Welcome back to Ozarks Fox AM. Today I have a sweet story about two boys who met in school to form a perfect duo. Trey Cruz, the most popular boy in grade school, and Adam Potter, who has autism. Now, Trey seemed to have an instinct about Adam the moment he met him. Over the years, the teachers now have learned to rely on the help of Trey for Adam's well-being. When Adam would have an episode, Trey would get the back of his head and pull it cheek to cheek with his, and this would calm Adam down. Now, Trey and Adam are in high school. They're both seniors. Adam is in special education while Trey spends his time with the wrestling team, taking advanced courses, and also devoting time as captain of the football team. Adam still struggles at times, but the boys make sure they connect as much as they can on campus, like twice a day. Adam always lights up to see Trey. Come see him. Now, Adam's mom was quoted saying, "Because of Trey's interaction with my son, he set in motion the ability for other kids to start forming relationships with him." Now, Adam has come home saying, "These people are my friends." Trey's influence has totally changed Adam's social life. Now, most days the boys are going their own way, doing their own thing, but they make a point to get together to eat at some of their favorite places, to work out, to play some board games. But soon Trey will be leaving for college, and he promises to come back and see Adam when he can. Adam's parents are not sure how Adam will respond without his best buddy, but know that Trey will keep his promises. Now, Adam's parents have seen such a positive change in their son that they hope this story will inspire others to reach out to anyone who might have a special need or needs some special person in their life. This story is precious. It seems that both boys were blessed by this relationship. Trey seems to have been born with a high empathy for others. He seems to be a natural-born leader and someone who wants to make a difference in the lives of others. He did that without any prompting and without worrying about what others would think. After making friends with Adam, those who would not have had the courage to step outside the box and approach Adam on their own were also mentored to and shown how important it is to reach out and be a friend to someone who could use one. You never know how far your kindness will extend or who it will affect. Adam was affected by Trey's kindness, and it was a mutual bond. But those that watched the process were also changed for the better and have a different perspective and maybe a little more courage. Now they can take that newfound courage and be an example to someone else. And that is how it works. We can grow and learn from each other. And that is my Positively Kelly for today. Coming up next, Jeremy has a recap on The Masked Singer. You won't want to miss this. We'll be right back.